Hey guys, Austin here. Welcome to another Minecraft mod showcase. Before we get this mod showcase started, I just wanted to say you probably already like, Austin, what could this mod even be? There's dinosaurs behind you. Well, guys, today we're taking a look at the Lycanites mobs mod. Now, if you don't know, Lycanites is a mod that used to exist in the previous version of Minecraft 1.7 and below. It never updated to 1.8 because of reasons I can't explain. So it has now updated. It jumped from 1.7 to 1.9. So this is probably one of the first big mods that 1.9 actually has to offer. And it's pretty interesting. Basically what the mod does, it adds in a ton of new mobs, hence the name, into the world of Minecraft. As you can see already, a ton of them around. So, and there's actually so many of them, we're going to be going over them and their items in sections rather than just all together at once. Because if we went over it all together, it'd probably be like a 45-minute to an hour long video. So instead, we're going to be doing this in sections, which means this is going to be part 1, the Lycanites mobs. I don't know what I'll title it. I'll probably title it something different, but whatever. So just know this isn't the only part of the mod. So I wanted to say, if you guys are excited and want to see more of this mod / mod reviews like this in the future, please hit that like button to show your support, and let's get this started. So today we're going to be over the frost section. All these mobs you're about to see spawn in frosty areas / frost water. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically like ice water that spawns in random spots of the world, and if you come across it, these can spawn avid. And another thing about these mobs are they don't spawn just like randomly as everything else spawns in terms of mobs. It can also like trigger spawnings. There's actually events that happen in your world that trigger these things to spawn. I wonder if one will actually happen during this mod review and you'll know what I'm talking about. Or you can also, in a way, force trigger. Like if you're breaking grass, like a grass mob might come out and attack you. If you're chopping down a tree mob might attack you. I know it sounds terrifying, but hey, this is the world now that you're in if you install this mod. So first up, as you can see, we have 6 mobs to work with. We have the Frost Weaver, the Reaver, the Arix, the Wendigo, the Yeti, and the Serpix. And as we go over each one, I'll basically show everything to go with it. And we're also getting a sword because I don't know entirely what each one drops. And let's just take a moment to realize that this spawn egg looks ridiculous in my hand because it's not actually a spawn egg. But yeah, so we're going to kill each one, see what it drops, and compare to what we have. So there's also a ton of stuff that these mobs can drop. They can drop ice fire charges, tundra charges, frost web charges, frosty fur, frost bolt charge, and blizzard charge. Now, they don't all drop these things. They all, since there's 6 drops, there's 6 spawn eggs. Like, you can do the math. There's probably 1 drop for each thing. And as we go to each one, like I said, we'll look at the other stuff. So first up, what we wanted to go over is the Serpix. So Serpix drops Serpix treats, they're actually called. It says Serpix love to devour frosty flesh and bone. And you can also get the Arix treat, which is an icy treat for ICM. So actually, this Arix thing actually goes with the Arix. So I'm just going to put that over there. I don't know why that was there. And if you're wondering how you craft it, you actually use the frosty fur with bones to make 4 of these. And you can actually eat them / use them to, I think, tame these guys. I think there's a way you can tame them. And we'll go over the staffs at the end. But anyway, first up, this is what we're spawning in. I did not expect it to be this big. And it's gone. Oh, nope, there it is again. I remember this thing. It likes actually burrowing underground and such. Of course, it's not in its element right now. I'm in a desert right now, so this thing's probably melting. But yeah, this is what it looks like. And as you can already tell by the cool animations and whatnot, this thing does not look like a regular Minecraft mob in the slightest. But anyway, that's the first thing. Sadly, I can't tell you the health for them. But that was the Serpix, so let's put that spawn egg back. Next up, we have the Yeti, and as you can see, he drops raw Yeti meat. It says it feels very cold, ... but you can cook it and taste a bit like pork. Cooked Yeti meat. You can also use it to make pale soup, which is a milky soup that bolsters resistance, which you actually need a bowl and milk and cooked Yeti meat to create. And basically, this food, I forgot to mention there's a ton of food in this mod too, actually gives you, as it says, resistance. So if I grab this right now, and I wonder if I can eat it in creative mode, no, I can't. Sadly, I cannot, and I don't feel like going in survival mode and dying. So, this is the Yeti. As you can see, they look amazing, and there's also, every mob has the chance of spawning in, like, a, I guess, better, stronger, like, rare version of it, and its color will be different, and it'll just have a little bit more health, and it also has a title, as it says Russet Yeti. But other than that, they do have the same drops, so let's kill it and see what it drops. And I forgot to kill the other thing, which I should probably do. Alright, come here. I must kill you. And it actually gave me like a slowness and weakness particle, but Wow, that food's big. But anyway, picking it up, we have, as you can see, the raw Yeti meat and the packed ice. And this mod did just update to 1.9, so I assume the modder will be making some changes if there seems to be issues. So next up, we got to kill this thing, which I forgot to kill. And you actually get achievements for killing each mob, which is pretty interesting. As you can see, it says I got like the Cold Hearted and the Snow Fighter. Anyway, so we got some iron ore blocks and we got some snowballs with that. Alrighty, let's put this spawn egg back. Yeti, you can... Next up, we got the Wendigo. Is that this? No. Wendigo is going to be this thing. This giant deer-looking monster. So if we kill you... And you can also vary what their health is depending on what I'm using... Okay, I'm using a diamond sword with sharpness 5. That's 10 attack damage on this thing. So you can guess what its health is by that. So it actually dropped a Tundra Charge, Snowballs, and some Frost Fur. So it drops Frost Fur as well. And the Tundra Charge, you can actually right-click it, or you can use it as like in a dispenser or whatever. You actually use these things to make the scepters as well, but we'll get to that later on. But with just in your hand by itself, you can right-click and actually throw it as a projectile, and it actually releases that goo that, as you can see, it just spawned in another one. So if this goo you see spawn in your world, or you spawn in by yourself, it actually makes more mobs spawn out of it, as you just saw. So anyway, guys, we'll put this back, and that was the Wendigo. Next up, we have the Atrix, which is that, or Arix, I don't know why I have a T in it. So, Arix actually drops Arix meat, and please ignore all the mobs that are spawning over there, hashtag spoilers. Arix is that thing you just heard back there. He's actually pretty small, and I believe he'll die in 2 shots? Guess they increased his health from last time. I remember he was always weak, but he only drops ice, it appears, but... Pretty powerful creature. He can fly, and as you can see, they're all like in the goo right there. So let's put his spawning back, and he actually has Arix treats you can use to make 2 bones and packed ice like so, and you get 4 of them, and you can actually use that to tame him. Next up, we have the Reaver. So Reaver is gonna be this guy. He spawns in with the events a lot, but if you kill him, he will actually drop. Let's see. Yeah, he will drop the Frostbolt charge and says use of fire, bolt of ice, blah blah blah. So if you right click it, it will actually fire. And anything that you get from them, they can fire at you in a way. So this actually gives slowness, I believe. So that is that thing. And finally, our last frost mob is called the Frost Weaver. Foul spitting ice spider, blah blah blah. So it's basically a spider. Oh, it's this guy. I know this guy. So again, if you kill him, he will drop normal spider stuff. Let me kill him again, see if he drops something different. Nope, and I can't imagine killing these things in the 1.9 Comet update, because normally you have to like spam at these things, and I like how they all just migrated over to the savannah over there. But anyway, so that's the Lost Frost guy, and as you can see, we have all these items that they can drop. Not 100% of the time, as you saw, but some of them can drop it. Next up, we have all the scepters, so let's just grab all these scepters. First up, we have the Frostweb Scepter, low damage, rapid fire, applies move slowdown, and places frost webs. And as you can see, for some reason the statistics thing is copied 6 times over, but it only does 2 attack damage. That's with just hitting it, but basically these scepters focus on more of effects than they do damage. Next up we have the Frostbolt Scepter, mid damage, rapid fire, applies move slowdown. And I will test all these out, don't worry. We have the Tundra Scepter, high damage, charge up, places ooze, which is that and we also can get an ooze bucket, but that's the stuff you see to my right. And again, 2 attack damage. We have the Blizzard Scepter, mid damage, spray fire, and places ice fire, which is that fire you saw being ignited earlier. And we have the Ice Fire Scepter, low damage, rapid fire, and places ice fire. I like how it says like low damage, high damage, when meanwhile it all says 2 attack damage. And the recipes for all of these as is follows. So for the Frostweb Scepter, you're going to need the Frostweb charges and blaze rods. Normally they're self-explanatory. For the Frostbolt Scepter, you need the Frostbolts and blaze rods. For the Tundra Scepter, you need Frost Fur, a Tundra charge, and blaze rods. So that one's a bit more complicated. For the Blizzard Scepter, you need blizzard charges with blaze rods. And finally, the Ice Fire Scepter, go figure, ice fire charges with blaze rods. So blaze rods is mainly the most like crucial thing to get if you want to make any of these scepters. So first up, we have the Frostwood Scepter. So if you right click it, you can pull it back, it fires the webs. You can't just right click normally, you have to actually hold in right click to hold it back. And as you can see, I'm actually firing the webs at all these mobs. I'm giving them their effects too. I don't think I can hit myself with it. Maybe. Is this gonna hit me? Hit me. Okay, that's not going to work. But I got caught in the webs, so these webs are actually pretty powerful. Next up, we have the Frostbolt Scepter. So again, pull it back. Fire's a bit slower, but knocks them back further. And I actually killed it, so I just got achievement for murdering that mummy thing there. And again, I will go over all these mobs in the other parts of the video, or mod showcase, I guess you could say. Next up, we have the Tundra Scepter. Right-click, pull it back. So this is actually a one-shot, but this places that ooze down. So you just pull it back, let go, fires one giant bolt of that ooze. And again, like I said, you can just pick up the items on the ground. You don't have to make these scepters, but hey, they just last longer. Blizzard Scepter, right-click. It places a lot of fire around you, ice fire, which gives you a slowness effect. And the Ice Fire Scepter, right-click, hold back, and it actually fires one burst of fire. So the Blizzard Scepter and the Tundra Scepter seem to be the most powerful, considering they can spawn them in. Hey, there's a rare version of the Serpix. But, yeah, that looks like to be it. Let me just check in the chest, see if I forgot anything. No, it doesn't look like it. And again, let me just show that all these, I don't need the fur. But if you just right-click all these things, normally they do throw and place the stuff like they normally would. There's no real difference, except you just have a longer variety of it. And don't ask what that thing is. That's just a water thing. Don't worry about it. But anyways, guys, looks like that's the end of this part 1 of this Lycanites mob showcase. If you want to see the rest of the parts, please check somewhere on my channel. You'll probably see them posted. If you like this video, please hit that like button to show your support. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Minecraft modded content like so. And the download for this mod will be in all the descriptions of all the video parts that I do. I don't know if I'm going to do them consecutively, like every time I do a mod review, I'll just do this until I finish it, or if I'll exchange it back and forth. And like I said, this is one of the first big mods in 1.9, so get hyped for more like this, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.